Hey, what's up, Funkos? Several of you have been asking when these pops are going to be available online or at retailers, and according to Funko, they said day 2 of the con, which falls on Friday, July 19th, and many retailers will put their pops for sale up at midnight, and that's usually Pacific time. So for example, Hot Topic might put their pops up for sale at 9 o'clock on Thursday night, which would be midnight on the East Coast. That's what it is as of now. It might change. Retailers might wait a lot longer to post them. You just never know. It will all become clearer once it gets closer to the con. Alright, so day 4 reveals. There was 9 new pops revealed this time, and some of them are pretty killer. Although, unfortunately, the best ones are going to be hard to get. First up, from Disenchantment, it's Bean in her muddy princess gown. I actually really like the look of these pops. The whole Disenchantment series I think came out really good. I watched it on Netflix and I liked it. I know a lot of people can take it or leave it, but I enjoyed it. Not quite sure if I'm going to pick up the pops, but I do like the look of them. Like this one, they decided to give Bean her buck teeth, which was super important. I'm glad they did that. And a more rounded nose. It looks really good. She is going to be available at Barnes & Noble. I really like that Funko is making the Otter Pops. They look great as Funko Pops, and I used to eat these things all the time as a kid. They're kind of hard to find now. I don't know if it's just in California they don't sell them anymore, but they're basically, a big box of little frozen ices, and they're super cheap. I think at the time they used to come out to 5 cents each or something. Super cheap. Used to eat them all the time. So when I saw that they were making Otter Pops, I got all excited. Until they pulled the same shit with Louis Blue Raspberry as they did with that green Sour Patch Kid. They basically made it so only 1,000 people can complete their set. Because yeah, there's only going to be 1,000 of this Louis Blue Raspberry. And blue is one of the most popular colors. It's super annoying. I can only hope that nobody wants the Otter Pops, so this won't go up too much on eBay, because I really want it. But of course, at only 1,000 pieces, this is basically an eBay exclusive. And yeah, he's not shared anywhere. This is con only. Hey, check it out. Another really awesome ad icon. Peter Pez, the Pez mascot. Look at the colors on this guy. Look at the sculpt. What an awesome pop, right? But guess what? He shared with Toy Tokyo. Notoriously hard exclusives to get. Their website is pretty shitty. Usually you have to buy all of their exclusives in a bundle. Sometimes you gotta win a lottery to be able to buy them, or you get put on a waiting list, or people that were on a waiting list from last year get first dibs. It's just always a goddamn mess to try to get things from Toy Tokyo. The only saving grace is that these will also be shared overseas, with Australia, and hopefully some of those find their way into the American market as well, so it keeps the price a little lower, because Toy Tokyo exclusives also tend to be eBay exclusives. They also revealed a comic book version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I used to watch the show with Melissa Joan Hart. I didn't even know there was an actual comic book for Sabrina the Teenage Witch. But I gotta admit, I really like the look of this pop. And I'm also a sucker for pops that come with an extra little thing, like a little animal or whatever. And she comes with a cauldron. I really like this pop, and I'm probably gonna pick it up. And this will be available at Hot Topic. And here we go. Another thing that I've wanted for a while, and that's Ratfink. And I gotta say, they came out pretty cool. I really like this glow in the dark. I mean, look at that mouth on him. Perfect pop to make glow in the dark. Which makes me feel that eventually there will be a common that's not glow in the dark. And that's cool because guess what? Yeah, this one's Toy Tokyo as well. So it's gonna be pretty impossible. They're also making a green chrome one that, I don't know, doesn't make too much sense to me. I mean, I guess Ratfink is green, so that's kind of cool. But the black chrome one, or I guess gray chrome, looks like oil to me. And Ratfink has to do with hot rods and cars and stuff, so the fact that it looks like oil kind of makes sense. So I do like that one as well. But yeah, all 3 of these are Toy Tokyo. Gonna be very hard to get. And I'm not sure how popular Ratfink is overseas. So maybe if it does get shared overseas, they'll have a bunch of them left over. Same thing I was saying earlier, maybe they'll find their way into the American market and keep the price low. But yeah, I do feel like they're going to be making more Ratfink in the future. So if you don't get these, you can relax. I'm pretty sure they're going to make more. And they definitely have to make a pop ride. Eventually, they're going to make a Ratfink pop ride. How could they not? And here we go with another really sweet 2-pack. And that's Kang and Kodos. and they're glow in the dark, and they have these cool domes over the head, and they appear to have a glow all over the body, and an even more intense glow for their drool, which looks awesome. Not a fan of 2-packs, but I'm definitely going to get this one, especially because I've heard that Funko is going to make Treehouse of Horror Simpsons Pops. I don't really collect the Simpsons Pops, but I do want the Treehouse of Horror ones, so I gotta have this one for the collection. And similar to the Rat Fink, they might make a common version of this that doesn't glow. And I wouldn't mind that because obviously the glow-in-the-dark one is the better one, but they're releasing it first, which is what I would like them to do if it's a con exclusive. Release the glow-in-the-dark ones, the flocked ones, the metallic ones. If they're going to be con exclusives, release those first. So you're not screwing over the real fans that went out and bought the first one available. You know what I mean? That's something I hope Funko does more often in the future. Kang and Kodos will be available at GameStop. And finally, it's another Conan Pop. There's Conan Pops every single year at the con, and they used to be only available through like a little online contest, like a raffle that you could enter, or if you actually were at the con at Conan's show. Very, very hard to get. They're usually very, very expensive on the secondhand market, but this one is going to be shared with GameStop, and he's just basically a Conan Pop that's all orange. Not sure if I'm going to get it yet, but if you don't have a Conan, this is not a bad one, to be honest. Alright guys, that was day 4 of the SDCC exclusive Funko Pop reveals. There's a couple of must-haves in here for me, even though they're like gonna be impossible to get. I really, really want that Louis Blue Raspberry. I want that glow-in-the-dark Rat Fink. And I want that Pez ad icon. It's where I gotta decide, do I want to buy a bunch of pops from SDCC? Or do I want to spend a little bit more money and get the ones I really, really want? I don't know yet. I myself don't like paying much more than retail for pops. I've only done it a couple of times. If I miss out on something, I miss out. But I really, really want a complete set of Otter Pops. I don't know yet. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this wave, what your experience ordering from Toy Tokyo has been, what pops from Treehouse of Horror do you want to see, or anything else you'd like to say. Thanks for watching and have a good one.